Chapter 1. Breaking Free from the Cage, starting today. Daxia Kingdom, East Sea City. In the Zhou family mansion. Zhou Huai. Move out of the Zhou family starting today. Zhou Huai raised his eyes and looked at the woman on the sofa, whose skin was tight and still charming, but whose features revealed a hint of cruelty. He frowned slightly. Why? Is it because I've changed my profession to an 11 avatar master? Lu Yuru crossed her arms, raised her chin, and curled her lips into a mocking smile. Otherwise, a paralyzed person, changing to the most useless, ill-level profession. Do you still want to stay in the Zhou family? Do you want outsiders to laugh at the Zhou family? At the other end of the sofa, a fashionable young man suddenly spoke up. His face wore a mask of hypocritical concern. Brother, it's not that I'm criticizing you. With your physical condition and changing to this, it's really inconvenient to stay at home. Rent a small apartment outside. ITLL, be quiet. It's better for your recovery. Though the young man spoke words of advice, the pride and disdain in his eyes could not be hidden. Listening to this mother and son duo's cruel mockery, Zhou Huai felt a cold laugh in his heart. He had just crossed over 3 days ago, starting off as a half-paralyzed person, and it didn't end there. He was immediately kicked out. The treatment of this crossover was truly unparalleled. The original owner, Zhou Huai, came from the prestigious Zhou family in East City. His father, Zhou Feng, is the third son of the current head of the Zhou family, Old Master Zhou. The original owner lived a life of luxury and ease, carefree as a young master. However, the turning point of fate came suddenly and tragically. In a vicious attack against the Zhou family, his mother died protecting him, and he himself was eroded by a strange curse, becoming a half-paralyzed invalid, destined to live the rest of his life in a wheelchair. The Zhou family invited numerous light-based healing experts, but all were helpless. Before his mother's body had even cooled, his father Zhou Feng remarried. That led to the presence of this cruel and ungrateful stepmother, Lu Yuru. When she married into the Zhou family, she brought along a burden of a son Lu Qi. Since Lu Yuru and her son entered the house, the original owner situation took a sharp turn for the worse, becoming worse than a pig or dog. Cutting off his allowances became a daily routine. Cold mockery was a daily assignment. The original owner, weak and immobile, endured countless disdain and humiliation. Even the servants dared to point fingers at him and beat him at will. And his father Zhou Feng remained indifferent, watching coldly. The reason was simple. Lu Yuru was the legitimate daughter of the Lu family in the imperial capital. Zhou Feng wanted to advance in the family, coveting the position of head of the family, which could not be separated from the Lu family's strong support. The cruel bullying from this wicked mother and son eventually crushed the original owner's fragile nerves. He died from a sudden lack of breath, succumbing to depression. Zhou Huai had only occupied this body for 3 days since his soul crossed over. This was a world invaded by an abyss, where strange beasts roamed, and everything was data-driven. Humans over the age of 18 could awaken their professions through a promotion ceremony, gaining extraordinary powers to combat crises. There were many types of professions, mainly divided into 3 systems: combat, support, and life. Professions were rated from highest to lowest as SSS, SS, S, A, B, C, D, and E. SS-level professions were rare, and mythical-level professions were everywhere and nearly equivalent to useless. Today was the day Zhou Huai participated in the school's organized promotion ceremony. As expected, he did not disappoint everyone by changing to the universally recognized, most useless ill-level profession Avatar Master. An Avatar Master could initially summon only 1 avatar. The number of avatars increased with level. However, the attributes of the avatars were only half of the main bodies, weak and powerless, hardly possessing any combat capability. That IT could barely be considered a support role, at most doing some reconnaissance work. It was the epitome of uselessness. Thus, upon returning to the Zhou family, the opening scene unfolded. Zhou Huai's expression remained calm, his voice revealing no joy or anger. Is this also my father's intention? Lu Yuru scoffed, slightly raising her chin, her eyes filled with contempt. Your father is busy with so many affairs, how could he care about the life or death of a useless person? Like you, in this family, I, Lu Yuru, can make all the decisions. Even if your father knows, he will probably only agree with my decision. A useless person staying in the Zhou family. Do you expect him to bring glory to the Zhou family? Upon hearing this, Zhou Huai felt no more waves in his heart and was too lazy to say any more nonsense. He had no feelings for this so-called family or that so-called father. Being able to leave this disgusting cage early was exactly what he wanted. If you wanted to leave, fine, Zhou Huai said indifferently. But there's one thing I must make clear. He glanced at Lu Yuru and Lu Qi, his voice not loud, but every word was firm and resounding. From the moment I step out of this door, I, Zhou Huai, have nothing to do with the Zhou family. From now on, everything about the Zhou family has nothing to do with me. And everything about me has nothing to do with the Zhou family. I hope that in the future, if you have any problems, don't come looking for me. He paused and smiled meaningfully. And don't regret what you have done today. Lu Yuru seemed to have heard the biggest joke. She laughed so hard that her body shook. Regret? A useless, a-level paralyzed person. The Zhou family will regret? Are you out of your mind? Lu Qi also covered his mouth and laughed. Tears were almost coming out. Brother, you're so funny. Who do you think you are? Without the Zhou family, how would you survive outside? Don't come crawling back and begging us to take you in. Zhou Huai looked at their proud and mocking expressions, feeling a cold laugh rise within. Level Avatar Master? Useless? They had no idea. At the moment of his profession change, God-level Avatar system. For every avatar created, you can draw a new profession for that avatar. After changing professions, the avatars will have independent attribute panels, skill panels, and equipment panels. Once an avatar is created, it can exist permanently without consuming any mental energy from the main body. With only a few belongings, the old butler, Fu Bo, pushed Zhou Huai's wheelchair slowly out of the Zhou family gate. Zhou Huai looked back at the luxurious, yet cold villa. There was no longing in his heart, only a sense of relief, finally breaking free from this cage. From now on, the sea is vast for fish to leap. The sky is high for birds to fly. He closed his eyes. In his mind, a giant knob machine appeared. Colorful balls within it sparkled with light. In front of the knob machine, a button lit up. Next to the button, a line of golden small letters was clearly visible. Newbie benefit. Please draw a profession ball to grant your first avatar. Ding. Please draw the profession for the first avatar. The cold system prompt sounded. Avatar profession draw, minimum level, maximum can reach SS level. Zhou Huai's breath suddenly caught, and his heart raced. Minimum level. To know that in the entire Daxia kingdom, only a handful of people awaken level professions each year. Each one is a chosen one. S level is even rarer, with only 2 known in Daxia kingdom, revered as legends, pillars of the nation. As for SS level, that is mythical, counted on one hand throughout thousands of years of history. In today's world, only one from the Free Federation is hailed as a walking god, admired by millions. And his system, starting with the avatar profession, is level. There's even a chance to reach SSS? Zhou Huai swallowed hard, his eyes shining with fiery light, filled with infinite expectations for the future. Without hesitation, he pressed the draw button with determination. The knob machine spun rapidly, lights swirling around, mesmerizing and dazzling. Finally, a brilliant golden orb shot out from the knob machine and slowly descended. The golden light burst open, transforming into an ancient and mysterious job transfer scroll, quietly hovering before Zhou Huai. Congratulations, host. You have drawn the profession. Unique hidden job, S-Class Thunder Sword Master. Chapter 2. Thunder Sword Master Yasuo. Old butler Fu Bo pushed Zhou Huai's wheelchair as they slowly exited the Zhou family mansion. He hunched over and sighed. Young master, don't be sad. Your father is not such a heartless person. In a while, he will surely find a way to bring you back. Zhou Huai sat in the wheelchair, looking up at the gradually receding, luxurious villa. There was not a trace of nostalgia in his eyes. He knew Fu Bo genuinely cared for the original owner. But what about the father of this body? That man whose mind is filled only with powered AT this moment. He was probably calculating how to please Lu Yuru and her son, hoping to climb up using the Lu family's influence. As for his cursed, useless son, he had likely already been cast aside. Zhou Huai shook his head. Fu Bo, I'm Fine. Leaving here is good. I'll live more freely in the future. When Fu Bo heard this, he simply sighed again. He said no more, silently pushing the wheelchair toward the car parked by the roadside. The car started and drove away from the Zhou family's area. Zhou Huai closed his eyes. His consciousness instantly sank into the depths of his mind, but a gigantic, sci-fi-like knob machine hovered quietly. Next to the knob machine, a brand new panel unfolded. Clone Panel Yasuo. Profession. Unique hidden job. S-Class Thundersword Master. Level. LV1. Health. 150,150. Mana. 100,100. Strength. 28. Agility. 56. Stamina. 25. Mental power. 22. Skill list. Passive skill. Riding the Wind level. LV1. Skill 1 passive. Sword Intent Sharp increases agility attribute by 100. Normal attacks carry the power of thunder, dealing an additional 10 lightning damage to the target, and can conduct to up to 5 surrounding enemy units, causing 30 attack power. Splash damage. Skill 2 active. Thunder Slash consumes 50 mana points. Instantly slashes forward with a sword containing the power of thunder, dealing 150 attack power. Lightning damage to enemies in a straight line, with a chance to apply paralysis effect lasting 1 second. Cooldown, 10 seconds. He then looked at his own body panel. Name, Zhou Huai. Profession, E-Class Clone Master. Level 1050. Health, 8,080. Mana, 5,550. Strength, 5. Agility, 4. Stamina, 6. Mental, 8. Active skill, create clone level, LV1. Effect, consumes 10 mana points to create a clone. Current maximum number of clones. 1. Clone attributes are 50 of the main body. Note, the divine level clone system has overridden some effects. Zhou Huai's mouth twitched. The gap between E-Class and S-Class is simply like heaven and earth. System prompt. Please name your S-Class clone. Since it's a Thunder Sword Master and wields a sword, that a flash of inspiration struck Zhou Huai, and he recalled a free-spirited figure from a game in his past life. Let's call it Yasuo. System prompt. Naming successful. Clone, Yasuo created. System prompt. Please shape the appearance of clone, Yasuo. Since it's called Yasuo, the appearance naturally needs to resemble him. Before long, a classic wandering swordsman image gradually became clear. A head of unruly black long hair, casually tied back, with a few strands of bangs falling down, obscuring. His deep and sharp eyes, that a bit of rough stubble on his chin added a touch of ruggedness and nonchalance. Perfect replica. Zhou Huai nodded in satisfaction. Unfortunately, right now I'm still in novice clothes, and I don't have a suitable longsword. System prompt. Clone Yasuo appearance shaping successful. System prompt. Clone generation in progress. Please wait. At this moment, Fu Bo had already driven the car to a relatively secluded villa. This villa was a private property left by Zhou Huai's mother during her lifetime, and now it had become his only refuge. Fu Bo parked the car, entered first, and carefully began to clean the bedroom, wanting to make it more comfortable for the young master. Zhou Huai simply ate some food prepared by Fu Bo just then. System prompt. S-Class clone Thunder Sword Master Yasuo has been successfully generated. As soon as the voice fell, a flash of white light appeared before Zhou Huai. A tall figure appeared out of thin air. It was Yasuo, dressed in coarse linen, with a somewhat dazed expression. The host can control this clone with their consciousness. This clone is equipped with AI Core System 1.0, possessing strong initiative and absolute loyalty to the host. If the clone is killed, it can be recreated in 24 hours, retaining its original level and equipment, if any. Awesome. Zhou Huai couldn't help but cheer in his heart. He closed his eyes and immersed a thread of consciousness into Yasuo's body. The next second, Yasuo's previously blank eyes suddenly sparkled, becoming incredibly lively. Yasuo looked down at his rough yet powerful hands, then flexed his agile legs. Wow! Zhou Huai's consciousness exclaimed within Yasuo's body. This feeling was no different from controlling his main body. In fact, because of the strength of this body, it felt even more effortless. He tried taking a few steps, then jogging, jumping. The movements were fluid and seamless. It's been 3 days. I can finally experience the feeling of moving freely again. Even though he was only inside the clone, Zhou Huai was still immensely excited. Creak! The bedroom door was pushed open, and Fu Bo entered with the freshly folded bedding, only to see a strange man running and jumping in the room. Thud! The bedding in his hands fell to the ground. Fu Bo's face changed dramatically, and without thinking, he took a quick step to block Zhou Huai's wheelchair, his old body trembling slightly, but exceptionally firm. Who are you? How dare you intrude into the young master's room? What do you want? Zhou Huai found it amusing and quickly controlled Yasuo to speak, deliberately designing a deep, mature voice. Fu Bo, don't be nervous, it's me, Zhou Huai. This is my clone. A deep and unfamiliar voice came from Yasuo, directly shocking Fu Bo into a daze. Why, young master? Fu Bo's eyes widened, looking incredulously at Yasuo, then at Zhou Huai in the wheelchair. Why you can't scare me like this? What on earth is going on? Fu Bo had seen the world and knew that clones made by other clone masters were all identical to their main body, but the tall and strong man before him, with a strange appearance, bore no resemblance to the frail Zhou Huai at all. Seeing this, Zhou Huai thought of something and withdrew his consciousness from Yasuo, but he slowly opened his eyes in the wheelchair and gave Fu Bo a wry smile. Fu Bo, now you should believe it, right? Fu Bo looked at Zhou Huai, who had awakened in the wheelchair, and then at the instantly dazed Yasuo, finally letting out a long breath, sitting heavily in the nearby chair and patting his chest. Oh, my young master, you scared me to death. Zhou Huai's expression became serious. Fu Bo, the secret about my clone can only be known by you and me for now. Absolutely must not tell anyone. Even that so-called father of mine can't do it. Uncle Fu immediately straightened his back and said firmly, young master, rest assured, even if I die with it in my belly, I will never reveal a single word. Zhou Huai smiled with relief. In this cold world, if there was anyone he could fully trust, it was only this loyal old steward in front of him. Uncle Fu, Zhou Huai pondered for a moment. Could you please help me get a set of equipment for my clone? Just a level 1 will do. Uncle Fu was taken aback again upon hearing this. A clone can wear equipment? This was simply unheard of. Then he showed a troubled expression and sighed. Young master, the prices of equipment for professionals have been consistently high. Even the most ordinary level 1 black iron equipment starts at 500 Xia coins. We currently have less than 2,000 coins left, and we still have to consider daily expenses and your meals. Zhou Huai frowned. Is that all the money we have? Uncle Fu's gaze flickered slightly, and his voice lowered a few notches. Before we left, madam, didn't give a single penny. This 2,000 coins are actually the little savings I've scrimped and saved over the years. Bang! Zhou Huai slammed his fist on the armrest of the wheelchair, his eyes burning with anger. Good. The Zhou family. Good Lu Yuru. Truly heartless to the extreme. He took a few deep breaths to suppress his anger and said after thinking for a moment, in that case, please, Uncle Fu, first buy him a black iron longsword. We won't buy other equipment for now. Just get a fitted outfit. Uncle Fu nodded in agreement. All right, young master, I'll take care of it right away. About 2 hours later, Uncle Fu returned carrying a plain black iron longsword and a set of dark fitted clothes. Yasuo, standing at about 1.8 meters tall, wore the fitted outfit that perfectly outlined his well-proportioned and explosive muscle lines. Although it was slightly tight, it added a touch of vigor. Holding the black iron longsword in his hand, he casually performed a flourish, instantly exuding a sharp aura of a swordsman. Now, this is getting interesting.